Secret Mom Hacks, episode 102. My name is Krista, and I'm your host. It's January 29th, 2025. Y'all, it's been a couple weeks for the books, right? I am raising my hand over here. I know you can't see me, but I cannot be the only one. Here we are coming upon February. February is just a couple of days away. I feel like we just put our tree up a couple days ago. I feel like we were just opening up gifts and enjoying time together on Christmas morning like a week or two ago. How are we already getting ready for Valentine's Day? It is true, y'all. Time just flies. And all of that to be said, these last couple of weeks, I've been so excited to be working on my 25 and 25. If you've listened to episodes from this time last year, I shared about my 24 and 24, and I did a reflection post, around the holidays about a year or so ago, talking about where I was with my 24 and 24 and what I was excited about, what I accomplished, what I didn't, and so on, all of the things. I've been really excited to be working on my 25 and 25, and I started right back around Christmas time. I started reflecting on those, and y'all, it's all just been a flurry. It's been a buzz. And I've put a handful of these 25 and 25 ideas together, but everything has just been bananas around here with work and life and projects and family and all of the things that I just haven't really made the time. I certainly haven't found the time. A lot of things like this, you have to make the time, get it on your calendar. And I did put it on my calendar about 2 weeks ago to work on it. And then another priority came along, and I just never circled back with it. So while I am slightly disappointed in myself that I don't have my 25 and 25 ready, that I'm not going to be sharing some of those with you on this episode, down the line, we'll see. Going into this new year, one of my goals has been to stress less, to be productive, to have goals, to enjoy some self-care. But I've been focusing on just really trying to enjoy whatever it is I'm doing, whether that's spending time with family, being active, running, going to the gym, reading, working on a project, etc. And sometimes that's really hard for me to do because I'm a planner. And all of that to say, I just have not made working on these 25 and 25 a priority. So perhaps down the line. But today, I felt really called to talk through some affirmations with you. So a couple of weeks ago, I was just thinking about this new year, thinking about stressing less. And I actually Googled New Year's affirmations for moms or something like that. New Year's affirmations for busy moms, something along those lines. And I came across a blog post by someone named Hazel Cherry, and this is on the DC area moms website. So the website is dcmoms.com. If you want to find this article that I'm referencing, I will be sure to link it in the show description. Side note, my show notes. Everything has been so busy. I've been hustling just to get these episodes out, and I'm really behind on my show notes. So I'm admitting that there. I'm calling myself out. I am a couple of weeks behind. Admittedly, I may be like 2 months behind on my show notes, guys. I'm so sorry. I will get those sorted here within this next month. I have some time set aside on my calendar specifically to work on my show notes, but haven't been able to do that over the last few weeks. Anywho, so if you are just listening to this as this episode is dropping this week, the week of January 29th, my apologies that my show notes just aren't where they should be. But if you check the episode description for today's show, this blog post will be linked there, but it's called 11 Affirmations for the New Year by Hazel Cherry. I really liked what she put together. So I'm going to go through all 11 of these with you, okay? It's going to be quick and dirty because as I was reading through these, I related to all of them and I've really embraced all of them. And it's helped to get me in this mindset of, you know what, is everything perfect? No. Is everything exactly the way I want it to be? No. Do I like not having my show notes not done week to week? No, I don't like that. But I also understand that this is just the season I'm in right now. It's the reality of things. Maybe you can relate to that too. And the show notes are going to get done. And I am letting go of the perfection and anywho, just really found some relatability in these affirmations that Hazel put together and felt compelled to share them with you today. So, the first one she shared is I prioritize taking time to nourish and replenish myself. So, whatever that looks like for you, one of my favorite ways to do that is to take a quick walk through the neighborhood, to go to the gym. Right now, it's so cold here in Middle Tennessee. It's not really fun to take walks through the neighborhood because just within the last week or 10 days, y'all, it was in the single digits here, which is rare, but it's been freezing. It's been so cold. Outdoor walks have been kind of not so fun. So we've been going to the gym even more frequently. So taking those walks, being active, getting a move on, drinking lots of water, getting a massage, sitting on the couch and binge watching your favorite TV show, that's okay. Whatever it is, whatever you need to do to fill your cup and nourish yourself, take time to reflect and replenish yourself, that is a-okay. We have to prioritize that self-care time. Number 2, I choose progress over perfection in my home and life. Okay, hello. What have I been saying nearly this entire episode so far is done is better than perfect. I do not claim to be perfect as much as I wish I were. I know that I'm not. And making progress, getting something accomplished is better than things being perfect. Perfect just is not reality. So I'm choosing progress over perfection in both home, life, work, all the things. Number 3, I celebrate small wins knowing they lead to significant victories. What a smart affirmation. I love this. It's so important. It's really easy to get discouraged when we don't get all 20 things checked off of our checklist, right? If we have 20 things on there, if say we only get half of those done, it can feel discouraging. At the same time, let's have that glass half full mentality. You got half of the list done. Whatever it is, any progress, once again, is better than perfect. I don't know if you've heard the phrase, little by little, a little becomes a lot. So anything is better than nothing, right? Whether this is something that I would tell myself a lot when I first started focusing on my health journey, when I was focusing on getting a certain number of steps a day, I would tell myself, and I still tell myself this actually, anything is better than nothing. 15 minutes outside is better than 0 minutes outside. 20 minutes on the treadmill or a 20-minute walk through the neighborhood, that's better than not walking at all through the neighborhood or on the treadmill. So celebrate those small wins because little by little, a little becomes a lot. Number 4 is I trust my instincts and wisdom as a mother. And I love what Hazel said here. She says, whether it's unsolicited advice from your mother-in-law, a friend, or societal expectations, at the end of the day, you know your child and what they need. Sometimes we can diminish our instincts regarding our child's needs, but we are innately connected to our children. So trust your wisdom and instincts as a mother. Right on, Hazel. I could not have said that any better. Number 5 is I can ask for help and it does not diminish my strength. We all know it takes a village to raise a child, but it also takes a village to support a mother. It is completely okay to ask for help, friends. This really is the best way to avoid burnout, to not feel like you're all alone on this island of parenthood. And accepting support also increases our capacity to pour into ourselves and our families from an already full cup. Okay, number 6 is I make time for my passions and dreams without guilt. Oh, the mom guilt. How many of us stretch ourselves so thinly? We're there for everybody else. We get the meals prepped, we go to work, we get our jobs done, the laundry's washed, the meal for the family down the street who just had the new baby, you've delivered that, all we check all of these boxes. Yet when it comes time to, we've already talked about self-care, but when it comes time to taking time to write our book or to work on the podcast or to work on training for maybe you want to run a marathon or maybe you want to do a triathlon or you want to be a speaker, whatever it is. How often do we feel guilty working towards those things? Don't feel guilty. Do not forget about who you are and were before you became a mom. I love this quote. Before you were a mother, you were someone else. Don't forget about her. You are always a mother, but you are not only a mother. I love that. Hazel mentions that we deserve to pursue our dreams without guilt because as we pursue our dreams, we teach our children the power of pursuing what makes us come alive. Okay, number 7, I embrace the beauty of motherhood even in its messiness. Oh, and this time of year is so messy, right? From snotty noses and never ending colds to meltdowns, milestones, endless giggles. Raising these precious little sweet tiny humans really is a messy job. Messy house. Sometimes it's a messy emotional roller coaster. Every situation is as unique as the child itself. Embrace those moments. Learn to be present and savor every stage. I get it. That can be really hard. That is a lesson I am learning myself and teaching myself day by day by day. But it really is important because, as they say, the days are long, but the years are short. And these moments with our sweet little ones, they really are fleeting. Okay, number 8, I release comparison and trust my unique journey as a mother. Now, I love what Hazel says here. She says, speaking of uniqueness, I believe our children chose us with all of our beauty, quirks, and personality. Something about us, each individual as a mom, is necessary to help nurture our children. With the influence of social media and other mom friends, we can easily be tempted to compare ourselves to others. However, comparing doesn't serve us best in different areas of our lives and certainly doesn't when it comes to parenting. Okay, number 9, I embrace each day as a fresh start. What a beautiful reminder. Oh, 95% of the time, our bedtime routine, for example, is very good. It is routine. It is sweet. It's special. We all look forward to it, but every now and then things don't always go as planned. Those meltdowns happen, or my little one gets upset because I've asked her to clean her room and there's laundry everywhere and she hasn't done it yet. So she's got to do that in order to get to story time and so on. And we start that bedtime routine, go to bed with being upset, being frustrated, being sad, having tears, having meltdowns. And so, as she's going to bed and before she starts to drift off to sleep, I remind her tomorrow is a new day. Tomorrow is a fresh start. Let's not carry any baggage. Let's not carry any of these sad, unhappy emotions into the next day. This is a great affirmation to think about at bedtime, embracing tomorrow as a fresh start. So whether that's for our kiddos or for ourselves, I think that's so important and beautiful to remember. Number 10 is I am growing alongside my children, learning every day. This affirmation really is a standout in this list for me because it's so true. And growth is not easy for our little ones. As mamas, growth sometimes is not easy for us either. So commend yourself as you brave each day. And in many ways, you are the superhero of your family. You're showing up constantly, often without a word of thanks. You make your home a safe place of love and joy. So remember, it's not just our little ones growing, you are too. Us mamas are constantly growing and evolving as well. All right. And lastly, number 11, I am enough just as I am for myself and my family. We are inundated with messages encouraging us to change or alter ourselves, whether through beauty products, self help discussions, or even spiritual messages. While these messages have their place, moms need to know that they're enough. Just as they are. You are enough. You are worthy of everything you envision for yourself and for your family. So I want to thank Hazel for putting together these beautiful affirmations for moms for the new year. As she closes this blog post, she says, there are so many ways to affirm ourselves. And when we speak kindly to ourselves, we teach our children to do the same. And that is my dream. That is my hope. There have been days where I've had some really negative thoughts, negative ideas going through my mind, and I snap out of it and I think, oh my goodness, what would I do if I heard my daughter saying those things to herself? I would tell her that is not true. Snap out of that. Don't listen to that negative hogwash, okay? So if I would tell her that, or if I would tell my best friend that, then I certainly need to keep that in mind for myself. So this is this important reminder for you too, mama. If you have been dealing with any negative vibes, negative self talk, especially this time of year when tempers are short. Many of us have been cooped up. We've been dealing with cabin fever. Maybe a sickness has ran its course through your household. For a lot of people, this is the time when they already are starting to fall off the bandwagon of those New Year's resolutions, or their 25 and 25, like I typically do for myself, or what have you. Or maybe you just, like me, haven't even gotten to those yet, which I will. I'm determined. But this is that time of year where things really can just go on and fall off the rails. Let me speak some hope out for you. You are worthy. You are valued. You are loved. You and your goals, dreams, desires are worthy. So hear that. Hear me say that. And what's not worthy of your time is negativity and is speaking death over those dreams, goals, desires. Speak life, speak hope. I hope you found value in today's episode. That is a wrap for today's show. Make sure you check out the show notes. I'm so sorry I won't have them up immediately, but I will soon. Check out those show notes at secretmomhacks.com/episode 102. Thank you for joining me on this episode of Secret Mom Hacks. I appreciate you spending time with me today, and hope you enjoyed today's topic. If that's the case, please follow me on your favorite podcast platform if you haven't already. Give me a 5-star rating and leave a review sharing your favorite takeaway so far. You can do all of that by going to ratethispodcast.com/secretmomhacks. Don't forget to stop by secretmomhacks.com where you can find resources and enter your email address so every new show is delivered straight to your inbox. Stay tuned for our next episode, which will drop Wednesday, February 12th. Until then, you've got this, mama.